All right, guys, happy Monday. I've been waiting a bit to do this video, wanted to see kind of how this would go. But a quick story before I kind of get into the meat of this. Right before I went on my trip to Colombia last month, um, I was in contact with a gentleman who had recently began cleaning out, I guess it was a house that belonged to his grandfather. Um, he came upon his card collection from the 50s, and they were all glued in um, album pages, construction paper type things. Um, and so, long story short, I ended up buying the collection. It was actually a lot more than I anticipated. I saw maybe 6 or 7 pictures of the cards when before I even um, what am I trying to say? I saw only a few pictures before I actually saw the cards in person. Um, so when I saw the cards in person on the day I actually bought them, I was really surprised with just the amount of sheer cards that were included. Um, so before you hear in front of here, I don't know, my brain's not really working today, clearly. This is not even Monday, it's Tuesday. Wow, unreal. um, these are some successes of soaking that have come out of the scrapbook. I do not do this myself. I'm too much of a chicken. So I've sent this to multiple places to have them done, and there are still cards to be done. So I'm going to go through the ones here that have been soaked out successfully, and then I will show you the remainder of the album pages before the cards are soaked off. What's really cool about this collection is that the gentleman who I bought this from, like I said, is the grandson of the original collector. He said that he played in the Negro Leagues. I was not able to find anything on him. It's possible that he could have played in an amateur league, or the records of those times may not be 100% accurate. All of those things are entirely possible. But all of these came from this collection. So really, really cool. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever bought. So the eye appeal of these cards are tremendous. A lot of them, as they've come out, have standing on the back. Some better or worse than others. I'm just, taking more time to highlight the better cards. This Hank Aaron in the album was gorgeous, but as it was soaked, it got stained, as you can see, which is a bummer. And then once you take it off, you have no idea what the back looks like, and so there's a little miscut there on the back, but just from the front, a gorgeous card. Beautiful Clemente. It did lose a little bit of paper, but the colors and these are all so fresh. It's really, really cool, exciting collection. Same thing with the Koufax. It lost a little bit of paper. This Killebrew has a wrinkle that was on the card before it was taken off, but you see this one came off really well. It's Ted Williams. So they're all quite different. I'm going to flip through the commons just so you can, see them too. Here's not a common. But in the entire collection, it was over 400 cards. I sent these 53s, I guess it's mostly just 55s, Bowman and Tops, to one person, and then I have some 53 Tops It's a nice card. At, somewhere else. And then I have a lot of commons. So in this group, this is not one of them, sorry. In this group, we actually had a couple that didn't come out well. You can see with this Warren Spawn, the paper didn't come off the back. And what we kind of found was that there was different glue used at different periods of time. This rice is really sharp. Like front and back, this is a gorgeous card. So you just never know. Some of them come out really, really well, and some don't. There's really no rhyme or reason as to why, which is just strange. It's a very, what I've learned is just a very like scientific process. And some have not even come off the paper at all. So I'll show you. Where are they? So this Ernie Banks, a 55, but the glue is not water soluble, and so the paper is still adhered to the back. The same thing with this 54. What we've seen with a lot of 54s is that a different glue was used that's not water soluble. So that's that. I'm going to quickly pause the video and then take you to show you the rest of the album pages that are still intact. 1 second. All right, here are the rest of the album pages. A lot of them are front and back, which add a layer of complexity. But you can see that the colors on these are all really, this is like one of the only 56s in the entire collection, which I thought was interesting. Someone apparently at some point decided to pull cards out of here. It was not me. Some interesting images of the Reds. So they're all done by team. And, these ones that have been cut out here were essentially like testers before we like did bigger projects. Decided to like send some low grade commons out to see how they would do. You can see sometimes they were just taken right out of here, and the paper didn't lend itself well to getting cards out. This is probably the next most interesting card in the collection. But the colors are just so fresh. You can really tell that when these were put away, they were away for a long time. And so we're going to try our best to salvage as many of these cards. Sometimes some have to be sacrificed to get some of the better cards out, which is a shame, but it's just kind of the way it is. But really fun to look through. This collection has been exciting to own. There was an Al Kaline rookie here that did not come off the paper, unfortunately. Sometimes this tape was used, so those cards are, automatically ruined. There's no salvaging these taped cards. '53s are really nice. Hopefully they come out well. There was a Satchel Paige here that was in the images when I made my offer, but then I think his brother decided he wanted to take that card, so he ripped it out. So rip to that card. That sucks. Because that was probably ruined. But what I got was, instead was just a wonderful collection of a lot more cards than I anticipated buying. It all is dependent on the glue, the paper, how much glue was placed on the cards. It's all what I've learned is a very scientific process. So like this card was ripped out at some point. No idea who was on the front of that. It's all a mystery. And then on the back here, this you can see, this is the back of the album. It does say property of, but I can't read this here. This is a ticket stub from 53 game from the Reds and the Brooklyn Dodgers, and Jackie Robinson actually played in that game. So I'm gonna try and get this ticket stub off of here. I don't know how quite I'm gonna do that. And this is a scorecard that is unused and intact. So another thing to try to figure out how to get off. But the stack of pages was considerably larger than this. What it's turned into is a lot of single cards and a lot of stuff. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have experience soaking cards off of pages, let me know. Would love to hear your successes or your failures. But be good. Enjoy the week. Bye.